Hi, I hope you're doing fine. I once again welcome you to our channel, which goes by the name of Mr. Tingatinga Literature TV, and let us continue with the analysis of the book of Concubine, which we have started on our previous videos. In this video we shall deal with character and characterization, but before we have started on the particular session, let me remind you that this story has been centered to the character who is known as Ihuoma, the most beautiful girl in the village of Omokachi, who is considered to be the wife of the Sea King, and under that reason she shall not be married to any ordinary man, and so anyone who loves her shall continue living with her as a concubine, or we can say as a side chick. So whomever tried to marry this woman met with a very mystical death. On character and characterization, we shall discuss Ihuoma as our very main character and very first character to analyze. And also on this part, we shall be dealing with character and also see his or her criteria without forgetting themes which she or he has carried during the course of the story. If you will pass through the book, you shall learn that Ihuoma shall be our very first character to discuss. She is the main character in the story and the wife of Emenike. She is such a caring woman as she spends majority of her time caring for her 3 children and husband. You can see in the story she showed great devotion to her husband, especially when her husband was sick. As you can see, she prepared dish after dish for him and also tempted him. Also, at the end of our story, you can see that Ihuoma provided great care to Ekweme until when Ekweme get fully recovered. Also, we are told that Ihuoma, she is such a sympathetic and supportive, gentle, reserved woman. As you can see, Ihuoma was not hesitant to show sympathy when it was needed. As you can see in the story, so many villagers depend on her so that she can maybe advise them on different matters when it comes to family problems. Also, we are being told that Ihuoma is such an intelligent woman, as she would assess any situation before agreeing to take part in it. Again, another criteria of this character is that she is such a good advisor and peacemaker, as she offered advice to other women, especially when they were in conflicts. The very last criteria of this character is that she has a firm stand, as can be seen that after death of her husband, she maintained the pressure mounting from her family members and also pressure from other village men who were proposing her for marriage. So you can see that she has a firm stand. Also, she is a widow, as her husband, that is Ekweme, had died just in the beginning of the story. Also, she is believed to be a goddess, as I told you on the introduction of this part of character and characterization. She is believed not to be an ordinary woman, because she is so perfect in all means. She is such a beautiful, well-behaved, has a strong stand. Also, she is a hard-working woman. So they consider this woman to be a goddess or the wife of the Sea King. And under this circumstance, we can also mention some number of themes which this character has carried on during the course of the story. Among themes which Ihuoma had carried during the course of the story is that themes of true love and care. As you can see, she loves and care for her family and other peoples in the society. She carried the theme of local beliefs. As you can see, she is believed to be the goddess. As from the other part of the story, as the reader, you can be convinced that she's just an ordinary, respectable woman, but the villagers of Omokachi used to believe that she is a goddess. Also, a theme of film stand can be also presented by this very same character. We have another character who is Emenike. Emenike is Ihuoma's first husband. He is well respected in Omokachi and an ideal young man because of his striking appearance and also intelligence. If you learn, or if you pass through the book, you shall learn that he is an average but lucky wrestler, and also he is involved in a land clash with Madume and the thing which caused death, or which caused his death. And this very same character has been used to present the theme of death. And as you can see, in the very first, in the beginning of the story, he died from lock chest as a result of fighting with Madume. Also, through this character, the author of the book has also presented the theme of conflict. As you can see, during the beginning of the story, the Emenike's conflict with Madume is the very first conflict to witness in the story. Another theme which has been carried out by this character called Emenike, it is hardworking, it is maybe love and devotion to family. Again, it is film stand, which he had also. All these themes have been carried out by this character. Another character is Madume. Madume is the husband of Wolu and father of 4 daughters. Madume had been used by the author to carry out the themes of ignorance, as he is such an ignorant person. Also, he had carried out the theme of dishonesty, as he is a dishonesty land grabber. As you can see, he forced to take the piece of land from Emenike. As the result, they entered into a fight which led to the death of Emenike. Later on in the story, he had entered into the fight again with Ihuoma. In the course of their fight, the cobra spattered onto his eyes, and as a result, he became blind, and later on, he hanged himself. Through this character, we can see there is a theme of death again, as he hanged himself. There is a theme of gender discrimination. As you can see, Madume used it to discriminate his daughters and also his wife. And you can see also there is a theme of ignorance. As you can see, he is ignorant when his wife has borne him 3 girls. He used to believe that his wife has problems, so he used to think that he could use the dowry for those 3 daughters to marry another woman who could maybe bear him a baby boy. Also, through this character, the author has succeeded to present the theme of conflict, the theme of spouse beating. He was such an arrogant man who used to beat his wife. Also, we have another character who goes by the name of Ekweme. Ekweme, being the son of Wigwe and Adaku, he is being presented to us as such a hard-working young man and also a shy one to girls. Through him, we learn different themes, including true love. As we can see, Ekweme had true love over Ihuoma. As a result, he was ready to die for the love he had to Ihuoma. Later on, if you learn if you read a book, you shall learn that Ekweme also has been used to carry on the theme of local beliefs or superstitious belief. As you can see, he is being associated with rites which were aiming to please the sea king so that he could let him marry Ihuoma. Again, the theme of superstitious is being presented, or maybe is being supported by this very character. As you can see in the book, he went mad after being fed with love potion with his first wife, who was known as Ahurore. If you go to the other character, you can see we have Ahurore, who is a young woman from Omigwe and the daughter of Wagbara. Ahurore is the first wife of Ekweme, and she was betrothed to him since they were very young. So through this character, who is known as Ahurore, we shall learn that there is the theme of early childhood betrothal. But also, if you go through the story, you shall learn that Ahurore is such a superstitious woman, as after when she met with some difficulties in her marriage, she went and fetched for love potion and come to fed her husband. As the result, her husband went mad. So through Ahurore, you shall learn different themes. Among them, you shall see there is superstitious belief, and also you can see there is a theme of early childhood betrothal. Other characters we have character like Wigwe, the father of Ekweme and Adaku's husband. You can see through this character, theme of traditionalism has been risen. Why? Because you can see he betrothed his son to Ahurore when he was only 5 years old. So through this through this character, who is Ekweme's father, the theme of early childhood betrothal has been revealed. Also, if you go further, you shall learn that he has a thanksgiving heart. So you can see there is a theme of appreciation being risen there, and also he is such an apologetic person. But also, if you go to other characters, we have Anyika, who is a medicine man, the Dibia, who said he came from Alumanyin and is believed to be a mediator between villages and the spirit world. So this Anyika has been used to carry out the theme of local belief and superstitions, because he had been used to carry out the theme throughout the course of our story. And also, if you pass through the book, you shall learn that Anyika had played a very big part on developing the hypothesis of godness of Ihuoma, as he warned Ekweme and insisted that Ihuoma was not a very maybe light choice for him. And you can see also he is such a honest and sympathetic witch doctor. Another character in the book is Wakili. Wakili is the village singer who provides comic relief for Ihuoma. As you can see, through Wakili, there is a theme of care and togetherness. As you can see, Wakili is there to sympathize Ihuoma while Ihuoma was mourning for her husband. Also, we have another character who is Nadi. He is Emenike's brother and a protector to Ihuoma. Again, through Nadi, you can see the theme of love, care, and unity. As you can see, after the death of his brother, Nadi took care of Ihuoma. And again, we have another character called the Wagbara. Wagbara is the father of Ihuoma and Iwonuma's husband. He lives in Omigwe. Through this character, we can see the theme of African tradition being risen. As you can see, he had maybe united with Ekweme's father as they betrothed their kids when they were very young. You can see Wagbara betrothed his daughter, who is known as Ahurore, while she was only 8 years old. So while Ekweme was being betrothed to Ahurore was 5, and while Ahurore was being betrothed to Ekweme, she was 8. Apart from the character and characterization, we have language use. The Asa has used the simple language with a lot of figures of speech that reflect the traditional flavor of African languages. Among them, we have personification. As you can see, there is a lot of personification in the book. For example, in the first page and first chapter, you can see there is a sentence which says he knew that surprise can beat even the strongest. So the answer says Menike knew that surprise can beat even the strongest. So this surprise has been given the human character of beating someone. Because you can see personification is the act of giving human attribute to non-inanimate thing. In another part of the story, in page 40, you can see the answer says, then the sun traveled towards Chiolu. That means the time had gone to evening. So you see, then the sun had traveled towards Chiolu. So sun has been given human ability to travel. Again, in page 3, you can see that the answer says, soon the whole village knew there had been a fight. After Madume and Menike had fought, you can see in page 3, the answer said, soon the village knew there had been a fight. So the village had been given the human attribute of knowing. The last example which I can give you on this figure of speech, it is found in page 69, when the answer says, if you don't get away fast, your mouth will reject meals today. This is when Anyika was speaking to Ahurore, telling her to run away after she had given her husband a love potion. Another figure of speech which can be found in the book, we have exaggeration of fact. Other people call it hyperbole. Hyperbole can be seen in page 12, where the answer says, look at her legs as thin as those of a mosquito. Again, in page 45, the answer says, Ekwe, your fufu balls are as big as the head of a baby. So you see, these fufu balls, you see, is food. So one is mentioning food to be of baby's head size. And again, in page 214, the answer says, you are equal to 7 women Ihuoma. This is when Ekweme was speaking to Ihuoma. So he told Ihuoma that you are equal to 7 women Ihuoma. So you can see here fact is being exaggerated. There is hyperbole. Again, another figure of speech which might be found in the book, we have simile. Simile can be seen in some very many parts of the book. For example, in page 2, when the Asa said that they pushed each other about treading down bushes like antelopes caught in a rope trap. So this shows simile because there is the use of the conjunctions words on making comparison. For example, in this page 2, when the answer says they pushed each other about treading down bushes like antelopes, the word like that shows simile. Again, in other part, that is page 11, the answer says my hair is almost like that of a mad woman. So you see the use of the word like to make comparison. Another technique, it is metaphor. It can be seen in page number 23 when the answer says every mother thinks her child is a leopard for strength. So you can see that is metaphor. Metaphor is comparison of two things without using conjunction. Again, another technique we have onomatopoeia. This is imitation of sound in words. It can be seen in page 21 when a woman is crying and the answer say write in the book like che che che, imitating the cry of a woman. That is onomatopoeia. Again, in this in page 78, the sound of a woman's hammer on the palm nuts, pia 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 pia, it went. So that is onomatopoeia. Another figure of speech which has been found or can be found in the story, we have the use of paradox. You see, paradox is when one presents a contradicting statement. In the book you can see in page 79 when the answer says I suppose you are older than Chuma, the oldest man in the village. So this statement is contradicting itself, and that is paradox. How can someone be older than the oldest man in the village? You can see that statement is contradicting. Another figure of speech which can be found, we have parallelism. We have this parallelism can be seen in page 215 when the answer says she slapped her thighs, she beats her chest, she raised her hands, she hoped wildly. You see, that is parallelism. Another device is apostrophe. Apostrophe can be seen in page 6 when there is a song there addressed to absent or imaginary person talking to someone who is not there. Someone speaks to God saying, God of the night takes this, God of the earth take this, Ojuku the fear takes this. So you see that is apostrophe because someone is speaking to all an imaginary person. Also, there is a use of sayings. You can see in page 39 when the answer writes that you will behave like a woman if you are brought up by a woman. Again, in page 22 you can see there is a sentence which says the old men say that death is a bad reaper. Again, in page 80 there is another saying which saying still many hands make